Everyone likes success, but not everyone is willing to pay the price. Behind every thriving business, failed moments, failed ideas, financial struggles, and actually times when someone who had thought about quitting but insist. So this is what we are going to be discussing about today. Hello and welcome to another new episode. I am Blessing Suberu, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about business. We would hear from someone who is walking the path, where he would share his experience, his success, his failures, and the challenges he had encountered in running his business currently. With me in the studio is a young entrepreneur who is building a thriving business. In fact, it's not just a local business, but I can say it's a global business. That's Mr. Musa Ali Pashi. It's good to have you in the studio with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
Thank you.
Well, before we start, beyond business, beyond social media, who is Mr. Musa Ali Pashi?
Okay. A tough question. Musa is a passionate young man that see possibilities in the midst of chaos and all. That's all the little I can say about myself.
Okay. From your experience so far in building a business, if you had to describe entrepreneurship in 3 words.
Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, I don't know how to describe it in 3 words, but entrepreneurship is forming something out of nothing. That's what I can say.
Forming something out of nothing. So it's safe to say it takes someone who can see beyond the surface to become a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever seen yourself growing up? Did you always see yourself as a business person, or it's just something that, like most Nigerians, you just find yourself, life throws you into it, or you grew up always wanting to be a businessman?
So while growing up, I had no idea of what I wanted to do with my life. Trying to understand myself, trying to find purpose. But along the way, I think I discovered that I can be into that space in my 300 level. That's when the idea started coming, and I felt I have that part of me.
How many business have you, before we go into the main business we know you for today, how many business have you done before, and did you fail at it, or it was a successful business?
So I started with a blog. I run a blog in school.
Wow.
And it was a success actually, because I had some politicians. I am covering their event and all, and it paid the bill. But along the way, I failed woefully at the end of, so I had to quit that part. So after that, I did network marketing. That was the bet, given the bet of entrepreneurship in me. That's when I begin to discover that I can sell. So if I can sell, why don't I own something of myself, of my own?
Wow. There's this thing that for every successful business person, there's always a story and a journey of discovery. So currently I wanted to talk about the business you run. What does Mr. Musa Ali Pashi does currently? What's your business about?
So we are into tomato value addition, and the reason why we started tomato powder, not just paste, is because when we came into this space, when we discovered that we want to do tomato business, we realized that every other person is doing paste. So we decided, why don't we go into powder, something new, something maybe people haven't heard of before. And the major reason why we started it's the fact that we read about post-harvest losses, that report came in every year, that there are over 700 to 800 metric tons of tomato that goes to waste annually.
Wow,
Nigeria, that's
huge for a
huge.
country that is producing tomatoes.
We produce around 2.4 million metric tons annually.
Wow.
And out of those number, there are over 800 metric tons that goes to waste. So we'll now begin to see that the only thing that we were able to get out of the production cycle is like 1.6, 1.7 million metric tons. So what happens to those that goes to waste? What are we doing about it? So that's why we came into that space, to see if we can bridge that gap.
Smart businessman. That you could identify a gap and immediately thought of a solution. And today, most every Nigerian, we can safe to say, is benefiting. I know for Palmark, you operate beyond the shores of Nigeria. Got to discover you actually have your business has a ground in Ghana. Sure. So what does it take? How has it been like being an international businessman?
Well, it's difficult, I must say. You need to live up to that standard. You need to think to that standard, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with it.
Yeah.
Going international is one of the things that we wanted to for a very long time, but we were not able to, because when you start, you don't always have the quality that you can take international. So you need to build that reputation, you need to build that brand awareness, you need to build that quality. So you need to do a lot of work, because for us now, it's in the span of 5 years that we're able to do this. Wow. Because not only in Ghana, we're able to, currently we send our products to over 5 countries.
And within the span of 5 years?
Yeah, within the span of 5 years, because those are the markets that we are targeting. So you just have to level up, but intellectually, but product reputation, you need to just level up to the expectation.
Okay, hearing you speak, let's address something. You know, there is lots of people think of entrepreneurship. For an average person thinking of going into business is the idea of, I don't work for anybody. I just want to be my own boss, you know. But listening to you, it's safe to say that entrepreneurship is a lot of hard work and takes consistency and your ability to always think on your feet. Because I can just imagine, you mentioned growth, you know, starting small and then intentionally building. So if there's someone who, for an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur who is just starting up, what would you say in the journey of entrepreneurship? What has been your experience? Certain challenges that you'd faced, at the moment when you've thought about quitting, really?
So, for someone that wants to be into that space, entrepreneurship, to be an entrepreneur, you know, you can just run a business, you can decide to be an entrepreneur, and then there are two different things. For you want to be an entrepreneur, that means entrepreneurship is all about solving problems.
Yeah.
And these are things that you wake up every morning with it. So if you want to be in that space, you need to just make up your mind that every day it comes with different challenge, different problems. You say you want to be an entrepreneur, that means you're ready to solve those problems. And it comes whether you are ready or you're not.
Sure.
So you need to just know that there are problems. It comes with a lot of problems, lots of problems, either from your staffing, from your from running the company, so it comes with problems. You just have to put it at the back of your mind that this thing has problems. So I think that's the only way you won't run out of it. If not, you will definitely, because there are days when you feel like the whole world is against you. Things didn't go your way. Lots of rejections. You can go and pitch to hundreds of investors, and then nobody will even say yes to you. You can go for grants. Because one of the things that most feasible businesses, one of the things that they benefit from is grants. Yeah. So if your business is feasible for investors, for impact, one of the things that you benefit from is grants. And if you're actually, if you can go and start pitching for those grants, and then you realize that it's not
That's
forthcoming.
easy.
Yeah, it's not forthcoming. You go to 10, 20, and then it's not coming. So one of the things, yeah, passion will keep you. Passion will keep you for a moment. But I think you making up your mind and then you discovering that you have that threat in you of being an entrepreneur, the ability of you not to give up, that's the only thing that will keep you in that space. And motivation, no any motivation speaker can speak to you in that journey. The only thing is that your small win is what motivates you to do more. Yeah.
Okay, you talked about grants and all of that. I know let's talk about money and running business in Nigeria. For there's that saying that we all believe mostly that you need money to start a business. How much did you start? Let's start with how much did you start your business with?
So the truth is, I also believe that you need money to start a business. And one of the when I started doing network marketing, I worked with Long Reach. That's where I started, and I began to discover a lot of things about business. I need to, because I know I wanted to do business, but I needed to know, okay, I need to sell. I need to have the ability to sell. So where do I go that they will not reject me? The only place is network marketing. That's where I started, and then I begin to sell products that's not mine. And then I realized that I can do it better. And then I begin to realize that you don't actually need money to start a business. What you need is collaboration, partnership, and also customers. They are your first currency. Collaboration, partnership, and customers. Because you use customers' money to make more money.
So it's safe to say, in today's world, money is not the first thing to look out for someone who wants to start a business.
No. You need to be sure that you are actually an entrepreneur, that you can actually be an entrepreneur and do it well. You need to just discover that part first.
Okay. I think this is something to take note of, because it's one of the things that challenge, I think a major challenge. And even personally, I'd had that limitation where I thought I just need this amount of money. Once this money comes, you take a move. So it's good to hear from someone who is still building and had gone far. 5 years, that's a lot of effort. And so let's talk about government policies and running business in Nigeria. I know that the sector you work, you have major competitions, and you've also talked about collaboration and partnership. We have big names who are already running companies in millions of dollars, the likes of the Aliko Dangote. He runs that. He also processes tomatoes.
Yeah.
You have Sonia Foods and Gino and lots of
Tomato
that.
juice, yeah.
So how's the competition been for you? Someone who is starting and you are coming into the sector or the market with a different idea. So how has it been?
So when it comes to competition, competition exists. And these are people that are, like, let me say, 100 times bigger than us. So there's competition. For us now, we don't believe in those competitions. We believe in the market is that big that everyone can sell.
So it's like that saying that the sky is big enough for everyone to fly.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't actually believe in competition. We believe in giving customers something that they will have to come back. So
value.
Yeah, value. What are we giving them? Because if we are giving them something that they will always come back, that means we have a niche. And the most important part is, even if we are looking at just how many percent of the market, if we can get 20% of the market, we keep building from there. So, and as I said, we don't actually believe in those competitions. We believe we have something that they are not having. We have a differentiation in the market that they don't.
Yeah. So it takes for every entrepreneur out there to identify your own unique selling point And don't be afraid of competition, no matter how big they are. As long as your own unique selling point is unique to you, you can leverage on it, keep building value, and your customers will come.
Definitely.
I will take note of that. How does the government policies in Nigeria affect your business? And if you had to if you had to change a policy today, what would you do?
So government policies affect lots of businesses. When we started, one of the things that we struggled to get was NAFDAC registration. Um, these licenses that government do give, sometimes they demand for things that they know small businesses don't even have.
Yeah.
So they don't have those documents that they are asking, but they want those people to have it, and it affects operations. You can't start selling your product without NAFDAC, and you hear story of people that maybe 5 years looking for NAFDAC.
Wow.
Some like good number of years just looking for NAFDAC, and they will make you not to even start selling because you don't have NAFDAC. So you go for taxes. There are some taxes. I saw our taxes, the tax that we're supposed to pay. I was like, we didn't do. What did we do? Like we didn't sell.
Tell me
did we
about
actually
that.
sell?
To that.
Yeah. So and then we saw it when we our audited statement of account. We upload it just to maintain, to follow rules, to follow. We are compliance with government testing, and then you see what they're asking you to pay. It's outrageous. I think one of the things that if I should be in that position to change anything is those licenses should be easier. Okay. Someone should be able to, with his phone, be able to upload all the necessary documents and get CAC registration. Just upload it and just get it at your convenience. Do the thumbprint on your phone. Every phone these days has thumbprint. Yeah. So we should be able to those simple tasks about licensing should be easier, should be made available and easy for young, or let's say startups. For small businesses. So small businesses, or let's say for startup in general. There are things that when a small business comes with, looking for NAFDAC, looking for Standard Organization of Nigeria, looking for all those certifications, should be made easy. Like it should be easy, as long as he was able to produce it, he was able to test it in a lab, and it's certified. They should be able to give that person the certificate. Okay,
I hope that the agencies and the government will look into it and continue to hear the plight of every average Nigerian trying to run a business, and make the business environment more conducive for small and medium scale entrepreneur. But before we go, let's do a quick fire session. It's something new that we're starting. So you said, so you are my first guest that I'm going to do this with. Thank you. So this is how it goes. I'm going to give you some questions where you just pick one or just a one-word answer within 50 seconds. Let me see how many you'd be able to get. So we start the timer now. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
Books or podcasts?
Books.
Passion or profits?
Profit.
Okay. Hire or outsource?
Hire.
Save or invest?
Invest.
Physical meeting or online meetings?
Online.
Consistency or motivation? What matters?
Consistency.
What's your biggest business regret?
Not yet. Got one.
Okay, so I think that's all we can take our time is. And you did really well. You did well. Thank you. So before we go, I wanted the Palmark powder tomatoes. If one is interested and you want to get, how can one go about it? Is it in almost every store in Nigeria, or how's your distribution like?
Okay, so we have distribution of 23 states currently. Okay. We have distributors across these 23 states. I think if someone can go into our page, Palmark Syndicate, their Facebook, can be able to drop a message, and then we can refer the person to a distributor. Okay. We also have a website where you can place an order, www.palmark.com Okay. You can place an order from there and we can get your order.
Okay, we definitely will pin your handles and the website so that anyone who is interested can reach. I would also actually want to try. Let me see how the powder tomatoes will go. So
Sure,
your final word for what's your one advice you would give a young entrepreneur out there as we round up?
Okay, for every young entrepreneur, you start, don't just give up. Be ready for every challenge. Be ready that you're going there to solve problems, because they will keep hitting you up and down. So when you start and you're sure, you stay with it. You stay with the idea until it produce either a good service or a perfect product.
Thank you. And that is all we'll be taking for today. And you heard from Mr. Musa Ali Pashida. Consistency is key, and don't be afraid to start small, no matter what you want to do. There will be competition, challenges would come. What matters the most is what you make out of it. This is all we would take for today's episode. For more interesting and engaging conversations like this, kindly like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Blessing Siberia, and see you in the next episode. Thank you.